Hey, hello everyone.
Still love that intro.
Yeah, it's good. Cool.
Yeah, definitely. It's yeah.
Yeah.
But really sets you up for a show.
And another week, some more drama, and another announcement tonight. Not an exclusive announcement. I think most people knew this was going to come, but we've got some dates as well for the announcement that's coming. And we'll do that a little bit later. But yeah, how's things going your end, Mark?
Busy getting packed up to move, and yeah, it just seems to be non-stop. And I haven't really. Well, I'm not doing any videos at the moment until we've moved and set up in the new place. So
yeah, it's always best to do that because otherwise you've got the burden of trying to do videos while you're moving, and yeah,
not got the time, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's hard because I started packing up, as you can see, some of the room and stuff, and started dismantling things, and oh dear me. And I thought I'd have a little bit more time in here after I decorated it, and that took about a month.
Yeah.
So
it looked. I mean, you've done it all really nicely, and you put the lights on it, stuff like that, and then having to pack it all up. But I'm pretty sure the next place will be a blank canvas, and you can start over.
Well, yeah, I do. We'll be a lot better when we've moved than where we are now. So there is that. But oh gosh, but at least I get to save some of the models and the issues, and then I get to have a massive marathon when everything's set up again. So
oh yeah, it's always good to do that. I'm always tempted to do that when I get a box of the parts. I'm always tempted just to build the whole lot really quickly. I used to
do it a long time before I did YouTube. I used to do that with the Falcon and the R2D2. I used to get the packs and just put them aside and not think about them. And then I'd do like 20 issues at a time. But now it's on YouTube. It's a lot different. So
yeah. I used to do the same when I was building the DeLorean and that. I used to sort of, this was back when I was getting them from a newsagent. So I was doing them as and when I was getting them. But yeah, I get like the RoboCop or the Optimus Prime build, and I'm wanting to just get it all done. I mean, I've got issue 10 of the Enterprise here. I'm just trying to find time. So I've been a little bit busy over this week. I've been doing Christmas shopping, obviously.
Yeah.
With my Santa hat on, and we sort of went out for a few drinks on Saturday. So I was supposed to do the Enterprise build, but then we went Christmas shopping, and then we went out that evening. I just haven't got round to filming or doing anything last 2 days. So.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Well, that time of the year, isn't it? It's
Yeah, it's that time of the year where everyone's out as well. I mean, if you went out a couple of weeks ago on a Saturday, it wouldn't have been as busy as it was this Saturday. I don't know where they all hide from, but they all seem to sort of congregate.
Yeah.
Like at Christmas, everyone goes out and that's it. But yeah, it was a little bit bad. But yeah.
Yeah. Today's been good though, because an old friend dropped by today. So I had a visit from John Mansell, John builds iconic military models, who about a year and a half ago, I asked him if he could build my Bismarcks. I was really struggling at the time with my fine motor skills and stuff, and he took it on and he brought it back to me today, and oh my god. Yeah. I will show it when we move and everything, but it is amazing. And then
I've seen some of the pictures and it looks like out of this world. Yeah,
absolutely. The attention to detail, every time you look at it you see something different. And then he had a little bit of repair work to do on it, some of the rigging, and just to watch him do his stuff was amazing, absolutely amazing. So
the rigging on that is a bit of a
It's the only rigged Bismarck I've seen. I have not seen any others.
I'm surprised that no one has done. I've looked on YouTube. No one's done a YouTube video on the rigging of it, and it's part of the build. So I'm quite surprised that hasn't happened.
Yeah.
But I can understand why, because of how time consuming it is and stuff like that.
So totally amazing.
Yeah.
It's been we've got the announcement tonight, haven't we? It's just a special announcement. But then there's also been not great things happening as well.
Yeah, we had I would imagine some people saw, but we had the Batman link leaked before it was supposed to. It's not supposed to be on pre-order until January, but somehow the link got leaked, which created a bit of a headache for people. But it's all been sorted now. So, but it gave some people a little bit of a look on it, and it looks quite good. I think a lot of people are going to be very, very happy with it.
I look at it as we kind of know it's definitely coming. Then we kind of know.
Yeah.
You know, it is definitely going to be there, and it's all.
Yeah, I mean, we had like I said, we had the official announcement come last week, which we were given the privilege of doing, and you know, we thank Fan Home for allowing us to do that on the channel and that, and massively appreciate that. But yeah, I would imagine some people probably didn't think that it was true or something like that, and then it leaked, and it's sort of a little bit more confirmation that it's happening.
I think a lot of it is obviously the Eagle Moss cloud still looms around, and
I think a lot of people were sort of just cautious. It's understandable, but I
can understand it. People thinking, well, it was coming, then it wasn't coming, then what happened, and now it is coming, but is it? Yeah. And
then we've had our little channel, and some people have probably thought, well, maybe they're made it up or something. And no, all the information came officially from Fan Home, and we were reached out by, and like I said, massively appreciate that as well. It means we're doing something right, and they acknowledge that. So, like I said, thank you very much for us doing that. But yeah, I think December's going to be a quiet month in terms of sort of Partworks anyway. I haven't had any. My last deliveries were all in November, but I've not had confirmation of anything being shipped yet. So I had Robocop at the start of November, Optimus Prime at the start of November, Enterprise, Knight Rider. But as of yet, I've had no confirmation of anything processing or sent out. So I'm not expecting anything now until maybe a week before Christmas or just after, before I get anything. But with the post like it is and stuff like that, I would imagine delays are going to be inevitable anyway.
Well, a couple of other things that happened within the week, myself included, we got the Hachette survey on what we would like to see in future models. So we got that.
Do you want to give out what the future models were? Go on.
I'm going to try it. Right. I know. I'll remember them as I remember them. So Flying Scotsman was one of them.
You know what? They must have watched the show, Mark, because I've been mentioning them, drumming on about that. And then that comes on. I saw the email and that came on it, and I was like, "Are they watching the channel as well? They must be. Everyone should be watching this channel because."
So, Flying Scotsman was one.
Yep.
There was an F-14 Tomcat. There was a London tram.
Yeah.
And there was a Blackpool bubble tram, I believe.
Yes.
Right, hang on.
Was it? Yeah.
No, I'm not looking at all these. There was an F-14. Was it Tomcat?
Yeah, you said that one.
Oh, I said that one. There was the.
I can't remember either.
There was the Wellington bomber.
Right.
I believe. I'm just trying to remember any others. No,
did you click on all of them?
Well, no, you could put in your preference to which you would want to build at the top all the way down. Right.
Because I know before when they've done that, you can just click the one that you'd like. And I remember just clicking all of them. I was like, yeah, well, take them all. Because I think the last couple of ones they did were like things like London Taxi and stuff like that they did. And the tube stock train, the 60, I think it was the 60 tube stock one that they had on the last lot that they did.
Interesting models, though, but whether they'll come into production or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah. It's sort of, they sort of tease, didn't they? They sort of say what they. You got to think that when a lot of Partworks come out, they're normally, even before they do the test it's normally 2 or 3 years in the making. So even though they've sent that email out, a lot of them have probably already passed the line of like going for a test. Yeah. They're just trying to gauge interest, I think, on certain ones to make sure that they've chosen the right things. But
yeah,
definitely a Flying Scotsman.
If I go to this one, here we go. This is what we got teased by Agora.
Yeah, I saw that by Agora. I'm guessing they are both 007 cars.
Well, I think the top one is the 007 car, but the bottom one I'm not very big on cars. I'm not too sure what the bottom one is.
Well, the top one I think is the Lotus, the submarine Lotus, I think.
Right.
I'm not big on 007, so it's not. No, I'm not a big fan on 007. And I think the bottom one is the green Aston Martin.
Right. Okay.
But once again, I could be wrong. I don't know. I know that there's a lot of 007 cars coming out.
Hang on, I've just seen somebody coming out. Ian said GT500 is the bottom one.
Oh, right. Okay.
So, yeah.
The Mustang GT500?
I think so.
I've got that car. I've got the Agora, the Agostini version. I'll have to have a little look. So it's sitting on the shelf, so I'll have to.
Just looking what's coming in chat. Burgess says Lotus and the 250 GTO.
Right, okay.
So
I knew the top one was probably the Lotus because we knew that's coming anyway.
Yeah,
but
we did.
I think the button on the gear stick on the gear stick there was I believe was on the actual car.
Right. David Bassett says Ferrari 250 GTO.
Right, okay.
Like
the bottom one, Ferrari. Right, okay.
I really should do my homework on cars.
Yeah, I know some cars. I'm not massively on certain brands, but I know certain things. I'm not.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not like big on certain cars. Those sort of ones. I mean, it's quite good. I remember there was a show years ago called You Bet.
Oh yeah.
And they used to have people like go on the show and like do silhouettes of cars, or they could tell the car just by the gear stick and the button. I'm thinking I couldn't do that, but I know obviously some people are just like, oh, that is definitely from, a Ferrari. That's definitely from a Lotus. And yeah, I don't think I could do. I don't know if I take that much notice.
You know what? I've always said this. Dave say DS models and vintage. You could show him the front of a bus, and he would know what bus that was.
Yeah.
How he does it, I really, really don't know.
Some people are just wired like that. It all just takes in, and they see the little details and they know it instantly. Yeah. With me, things go in one ear and sort of push something out the other. So things that I remember years ago, I don't, because it's been filled up with other information. Yeah. So.
Right. Well, I'll get on with some of this chat, and then we'll do the announcement. So first in, and I've checked this on YouTube, and it's definitely there, is D Harris saying, well, a very good evening, gent. So evening, D.
Evening, D.
We've got Horlicks in saying, hi,
all.
Horlicks. He also says, ooh, the announcements keep coming. Yes. He also says, hi, Mark, Kev, D, and Steve. Then we've got Ian Campbell says, greetings. Evening, Ian.
Hi, Ian. Yeah, I see your chitty chitty bang bang. That's looking, done. I think it's finished now. It looks great.
So I wonder, does it have a sound card in it? And then when you can turn the motor on, and you can hear it go boom.
I would imagine there'll be, it will have all those sort of bells and whistles on it. That's for sure. I think.
Yeah.
It looks great.
Yeah. We've got Ed Hughes in saying, evening all, evening Ed.
Hi Ed.
I'm just trying to get through this. Right, so Ian saying, I'm currently working on how best to sell it and when pre-order, limited amount, etc. It may go up for sale soon as pre-order and may only do 30 within the first 6 months, really not sure.
Yeah, don't overstretch yourself, Ian. That's what I would say with that sort of project. I wouldn't overstretch yourself too much, especially as well because he's doing lots of other things, and you don't want to go too deep too quick.
Yeah.
30. I think the 30 sounds perfect.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So next we've got Burgess. Says evening all. Evening Burgess.
Hi Burgess.
I'm just trying to get through this. Right. Okay. So Ian says the license I have is that I cannot sell the files. I can modify and print, then sell the final prints only. Yes, with 3D printing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. He also says Ian, folks will be amazed just how big Chitty is at 1/8 scale. The only place I can find room for it is the ceiling. LOL.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, our ceilings are pretty bare, so I think but yeah, it's amazing. I've seen the size comparison. I think Wayne did a picture with it, and Ian's done a lot of pictures and videos. It looks really, really good. Really good.
We've got Dave Mackin saying good evening, Mark and Kev, and everyone in chat. Have a great stream tonight, guys. Evening, Dave, Mark. Thank you.
Hi, Dave. Dave, sorry.
Right, so Ian says, just to let folks know also, an announcement you could say in the coming months on Partwork upgrades, I will be selling off completed builds at fantastic prices. More info soon.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah. We've got Stephen Belcher in, says, hi all. Evening, Stephen.
Hi, Steve.
Ian says, my daughter today bought me a Star Wars Trooper helmet you can wear, and it does sound, etc. Check it out. Oh, there's a link there.
I've got a lot of the Star Wars helmets. I've got a clone trooper one. It's a tank clone trooper. It's yellow. My daughter's got an X-wing pilot helmet as well. Because she loves Star Wars, so when we go to like conventions and such, she loves dressing up. So
yeah,
they're really good to have. Actually, I do like the helmets.
Ian says the host better get on quick, otherwise then going to be through the chat for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
That's why I try and cut out the talking between each other so we can get through it. We've got John at Spiders Brewing saying hi, Mark and Kev. How are you all doing? Hi, John. Hope you're
okay.
John. We've got Scott Duggan in saying, hi all, hope everyone is having a good weekend. Yes.
Scott, yeah. It's not, do you know what? You've got snow up there. We're down south. We've got rain. It's raining because I got absolutely soaked earlier walking the dogs. So.
We've got Todd in from Marvel Phoenix, says hello and good evening all. Evening, Todd.
Hi, Todd.
We've got Kevin Pritchard in saying hi all. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kev.
And then we've got DS Models in saying
hi,
Dave.
Hi, Dave.
And then we've got Kenneth in saying afternoon, everyone from Atlanta, Georgia. Hey, Mark and Kev, I just ordered the full kit of the IXO collection of the Nissan GT-R35.
Nice. That was one I was going to build through Eagle Moss, and then it got pulled, and then it got released by another company, if I remember rightly. It's a good build, that one.
Oh gosh, we are going around the world tonight. We've got, I think it's Michael Collection saying CEO from Italy. So hello.
Hello from Italy.
Yes.
Or to Italy.
We've got Paul Jordan in saying hi, Kevin Mark. Evening chat. Evening, Paul.
Hiya, Paul.
We've then got Cadnola Build saying hello all. Evening. Thank you for joining us. Lots of new faces tonight, which is brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, keep it coming.
Yeah, we've got David Bassett in saying good evening, Mark, Kevin, and all in chat. Evening, David.
Evening, Dave.
We've got John Bill's Iconic Military Models.
Yay.
Everyone.
How's it going, John? Hello.
John, thank you for joining us. Yes, the Bismarck. Wow. Yeah. We were all stood around the table after John left us going.
It does look out of this world. It's good.
Yeah, it is. Right. So next we've got Kenneth saying, Mark and Kev are my favourite people on YouTube. Thank you very much, Kenneth.
Thank you very much for that. It's lovely to hear.
Right, I'm just trying to find it. Right, so Ian says, I went to see Ed Hughes and took a tour of his cave, and I'll tell you, you could look around 10 times and still see something new. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love places like that. I mean, I've got to do a walk around on mine as well because I've got so many bits and little bits on display, and yeah.
Yeah. David Phillips says, evening, chaps. Evening, David. Thank you for joining us. D says, still not rigged mine. Waiting on finish this mod. Yeah, D's doing some work on his.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Thinking outside the box.
Ah.
Bill says, I did a video doing the rigging on the Missouri. Yes, I did watch that.
Oh, right. I didn't. Go on.
I did watch that rigging. Ugh. Yeah.
Like I said, I can understand why people haven't recorded it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Ian says, I understand Fanhome are still going to honour those that pre-ordered the 66 Batman inside info.
Or I don't know. I would imagine so. I don't think if you've signed up and it's gone through the system, I don't think they're going to sort of turn around and cancel it because it is coming out. So, but it, you know, the pre-orders don't start until January, and then they don't start receiving their models until February. Signing up wouldn't change that. Everyone was, even if you signed up in February, you'd still get the first packet in February like everybody else. So, yeah, I think that'll be honoured anyway, which is good.
Okay.
Nice.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to start it there, if I can. Right, start it there and hide that. Right. What we'll do is we'll get on with the announcement.
Yes.
This is up to you, Kev. So I'll do my little jingle. So here we go. I need to change the word that one.
Yes, all right. Yeah, so this is an announcement. It's not an exclusive. Lots of people already know about this. It was one that we knew that was coming out, and this is just confirmation, really. So if you want to push the play button on that, Mark, and we'll talk about it afterwards.
Okay, here we go.
And there we go. So it's Brian's Fast and Furious Nissan GTR. It's the pre-orders got on the 11th of December. So I think within the next couple of weeks, or the next week, I should say. But within the next week, the website will go up, and then you'll be able to pre-order. And then I think the first packs start going out in January. So, yeah, I know lots of people were asking about it, and even you said, I think, last week about it. We had some questions.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's just confirmation that it's definitely coming, and the pre-orders start the 11th of December.
That'll definitely look nice to the Dodge Charger.
Oh yeah, it's got obviously all the bells and whistles, neon lights, the kit on it. And obviously it has a lot of lights on it as well. So yeah, definitely, I'm definitely picking that up. We love Fast and Furious. So and that particular car is from Too Fast, Too Furious. So yeah, going really nicely with the Charger.
And we have a Facebook group already.
We do, yeah. Yep.
Here we go.
Yeah, I don't wait around.
No, we don't. There we go.
There we go. Yeah. So if you get yourself over to the Facebook group, obviously all the information are there, and then you can share your progress with everybody else, tips and tricks and everything else. So yeah, the site's already up and running.
So that site, the link for that has just been put in the chat as well. So
lovely. Yeah.
There's a group ready to go on that one. So it does look nice. What can you say, really? It's another one that you really want to do. Can you afford it?
Well, we've just it's sort of worked out a bit nice, really, because we've just had the charger finish. So
do you think Fan Home planned that? So the charger finished.
The charger finished ages ago on Fan Home, but for us in the newsagents, it's literally only just finished a couple of weeks ago. So good timing, I would say, very good timing. But yeah, Kirsty said I built the charger for Kirsty because she loves the Fast and Furious, and she said she wants to do, Paul Walker's one, Brian's car. I couldn't say no. It looks absolutely fantastic. To have the two cars on the shelf will look really good as well. So I will no doubtably be building that.
Be really nice on like a drag street, just lined up together.
Yeah. We're going to see if we can do some photos with it when it's all built, and because obviously it has the neon underskirt lighting and lots of inside bits as well. And we were already thinking about modding and stuff like that for the sound system, because obviously it's done up like a show car, so it has the sound system in the back. And I was thinking you could actually replace the speakers with little Bluetooth speakers in the back. Oh, yeah. And so just send it, like the little, I was thinking of getting a little sort of Bluetooth speaker and sort of cannibalizing it, just taking it apart and then putting all those bits into the car so you can turn it into a stereo as well.
Well, I mean, there is Alex, who's the wizard of electronics and Bluetooth, but you can get a lot of soldering kits now for like Bluetooth speakers where there already is the gubbins there, you just put it together.
That's what I mean. Yeah, just get. And I was thinking it would go really well, and you can branch it off, and I think it would work really, really well actually. So I was already thinking that would work quite well with that car.
Yeah.
So
one thing I will say, who's quick off the mark, was Ian last weekend when we announced the Batmobile. I have never seen something go quickly up on his Facebook group as quickly as that happened.
The blueprints.
That was amazing how quick that went up.
Like he said, he'd been waiting since it was at Eagle Moss, so he'd been waiting for that long. And then, you got to get in there. You have to get in there quick.
It happened within seconds.
Yeah.
And hands off. That was really quick getting on that one.
Yeah.
Amazing work. Right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll get on with this chat and then see what people are saying.
Yeah.
So Spider Sprue says, I'm on holiday now. I can catch up on my builds. Wow.
Cool. How comes you got holiday during Christmas?
I think he lives in Germany.
Oh, right. Okay.
I think he lives in Germany. Don't quote me on that, but I'm sure he lives in Europe somewhere. So just trying to catch. Oh, goodness. Hang on. Ian Campbell says, thumbs up, Paul. Yes, please, if you can.
Yeah.
Burgess says, I thought my December IRL schedule was going to be light, but then it updated to a normal one till the 19th. What's an IRL schedule? I don't know. I'm not too sure what an IRL schedule is. So, okay, we've got some comments here about the Hachette. So D. Harris says, I have the Tomcat easy. I'll have the Tomcat easy. David Bassett says, Vulcan and Wellington bombers. Right, yeah, that was another one of the Vulcan.
I'm surprised they haven't done a Vulcan because they've just had the anniversary and they decommissioned the last one. And so I was quite, was it the last one? I can't remember. They did a final farewell flight, if I remember. Was that the Vulcan?
It could have been. I can't remember.
I think it was, and it would have tied in really well. So I think I'm surprised they haven't done one already. It's quite an iconic sort of aircraft, the Delta shape and that.
Yeah.
So,
John's model making says hi all. Hi John.
Hope hi John. Well.
Burgess says the C-5M. So I think that might be the Tomcat, I think.
Right. Yeah.
I think. John says Sop with Camel. Oh, yeah, there was Sop with Camel there as well.
Yep.
David Bassett says a C5 Galaxy Transport was there.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. There was the Boeing Clipper Flying Boat there as well. Ian says, I'd like to build the GMC Vandura. I think that is. I'm just trying to see if there's any more.
I should have got it out really, the email, and had a little look. But I can't remember it now. It was like you're saying.
The comments I just read them out at the beginning when we were on about the Agora thing. John Bill's Iconic Military Model says, I'm interested in the Lotus. I think a lot of people are waiting on that one.
Yeah.
With Agora. I think that's
it'd be interesting. I think they're going for the sub version. Because there's a lot of extra bits on that. But it'd be interesting if they do it without the sub option, or a bit like the DeLorean, where they give you the option to make one or the other.
Yeah. David Bassett says the gated gear change gives it away, Mark and Kev. Oh, that was the bottom picture.
Yeah.
For the Ferrari from Agora. Ian says, Mark, yes, it'll come with sound. Is the bang bang.
Chitty bang bang.
Yeah. We've got Rolando Flores in, says hello. Hi, Rolando. Hope you're well.
Rolando.
We've got Go For It Painting in, says hello. Hi, Go For It.
I go for it.
Right, I'm just. Right, here we go. We've got World of Wayne in. Says,
hey, Wayne dear. Hi, Wayne.
Hi, Wayne. This is the Chitty Bang Bang. He said, I measured it with my head. It's officially 3.5 heads wide.
Right.
I'm going to have to go now onto Partwork Upgrades and find out the conversion table.
I love that. I measured it with my head.
Oh, dude. Oh,
brilliant.
Brilliant.
It is it's a big beast.
Yeah. Ian Campbell says 3.5 heads wide. Oh, dear. Let me just catch up. John Bill says, you're very welcome. It was a pleasure, mate. No, it was just what you did for me, John, was amazing doing that, Bismarck. Really, really amazing. So, yeah. Right. I'm just trying to work this one out. Right. So Kenneth says, I'm still waiting for a USA costume to release customs to release my IXO collection full kit of the Volvo Amazon.
It's a big build. I think Wayne built that.
Wasn't that in the I can't remember, 24-hour build-a-thon, was it?
I think so. I can't remember. I know Wayne built it though, because I remember him advertising it, but I can't remember. There's been so many videos since then.
Yeah.
Trying to keep up tracking with them all.
I'll bring this one up because, this is quite amusing. Wayne says, yes, Ian, but Mrs. World of Wayne didn't plan how big it was and how much room in the car I had to play Tetris to get it in. It's going to be quite substantial, the Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah, because of the wings that come out. I think that's, and it's also got quite a few fiddly bits in it, like the gear lever and handbrake and stuff like that, because they're on like the outside of the car as well.
Yeah. So yeah, it's I mean, I look at the Ecto 1. That's huge. That's 1/8 scale.
Yeah.
So, and it's heavy. So next in, we've got Festa 67's Workshop says hi, hosts and chat. So evening, Festa. Thank you for joining us. Right, hang on. Try to get through. Right, Burgess says this is for the Skyline. Burgess says my wallet just ran away to the hills.
I mean, there's still a lot of builds I think to come out, so I think a lot of people are going to be a bit like that in the coming months.
Well, yeah,
because you've got the Lancaster still to come, and there's other things coming. So
I think if you're a car person, then yeah, that's probably one of the ultimate cars.
Yeah, I think if you're a car person, you're going to be very sorted. Let's put it that way. I don't think car builds are going to go anywhere. They're going to be sort of the main staple, I would say, of Partworks. So, yeah.
Ed Hughes says, "What wallet? Mine left home years ago." LOL. Oh dear, brilliant. Festa says, "Remember to thumbs up, folks. It helps the host out." Yes, it does.
Yeah, it all goes down as engagement. It takes 2 seconds to do, but it helps channel out massively. So yeah.
Yeah. That's me putting the link in for the Skyline Facebook group.
Cool.
Set up, Ked. And then Ian says, "Ha head, like many, the bank manager buys everything now, LOL." Yeah. Dave McBill says, "I've never seen the Fast and Furious."
I can't. I don't know how you could do that. It's the same when people. I've met someone who said they've never seen any Star Wars movies.
Oh no.
And like, how have you? Like, they're older than me, and I'm like, how have you not seen any Star Wars movies? I've come across people who said that, who haven't seen Back to the Future, Terminator. I'm like, you need to come and have a marathon. You need to come with me. I will show you these films because they're awesome.
Yeah,
but I do meet people that haven't seen these films. It's a bit of a head scratcher.
How can you have not got through life and seen iconic films like that, or at least seen a little bit of it?
Yeah, even if you, it's always been on the telly as well. So even if you're flicking through, you must have come across it at some point.
I mean, at Christmas, it was one of the most staple things to watch on Christmas Day, wasn't it? And the Poseidon Adventure or the Tower Inferno.
Yeah, my wife at the moment is watching Uncle Buck.
Oh gosh, yeah.
That's a great film. Christmas Christmas staple film that we watch at Christmas. But yeah,
you always got a disaster movie on Christmas Day. It was like the thing to watch.
Die Hard.
Well, the first one is the first two are Christmas movies.
Yeah. And so it was anything that I would say anything that's got a Christmas theme is a Christmas movie. So you've got obviously Die Hard. Iron Man 3 was a Christmas movie as well.
Well, Gremlins,
yeah. The first Gremlins, that was Christmas, yeah.
So, yeah. Go for it Painting says, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you.
Thanks, go for it.
Model Making says, nice looking car. Bring on the SOP with camel. So, yeah. I think the Nissan Skyline would be more. I think my son is interested in the Nissan Skyline. So,
it's a modern car. I say modern. It's more modern than the ones that we normally get. I don't want to say that they sort of going more modern now, which is brilliant. We've had the Peugeot. They're doing the Polo as well. Oh no, it's the Golf. I think they're doing the Golf GTI IXO. So they're sort of going for those sort of iconic late 80s, 90s vehicles now, which is brilliant because that's the sort of year where we all started noticing them, our ages. So
it's nice that there's something there for maybe the younger builders to encourage them to build more for it. So it's great that they're sort of looking at that generation and saying, well, what can we offer possibly for them? So yeah, definitely. David Bassett says yes, the SOP with camel would be very nice. So yeah, trying to get that out. Spider Sprue says, I'm waiting for some builds to finish before I start new builds. My poor wallet. Yeah. So I can agree.
By the time that happens, though, there'll be a load of new builds out, and you'll be like, "What do I build?"
Yeah. Ian Campbell says we don't hang about, Mark. Well,
no, you don't.
And I've actually got my eldest in here saying in real life. So yeah, he's actually in here. Spider Sprue says, yes, I live in Germany and I save my holiday to have December off. Well, enjoy your time off.
Well, yeah, enjoy it. I mean, yeah, it's normally a stressful time around this year working. But yeah, enjoy your time off, I say.
Burgess says, basically, my life keeps getting in the way of the fun stuff. Yeah.
Preaching to the choir here.
At the moment, we should be getting ready for the build up to Christmas. And what are we doing? Packing up and moving home. Crazy.
Yeah.
Ian says the GMC Vandura is the A-Team van. I know it was a JMC van, but I didn't realise it was the A-Team. That was the A-Team van. So
I wonder if that's going to be a bit like the Mad Max build, the one that was tested, where it was quite clearly Mad Max, but didn't say it. The Interceptor.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they haven't got the license for the A-Team bit yet, and they're just bringing out the van until they get the license, and then it'll be the A-Team van. Maybe.
Trouble is though, you'd want a button to press on that, and it'd turn into a helicopter.
Yeah, or a digger, bulldozer, or something like that.
Yeah. Something with attachments.
Well, in the back of the van, there is bits in the back of the van. I think it's like a terminal sort of thing with buttons and lights and sounds. I think there was one episode where they showed it, and obviously BA sits in the back. But I think there's a bit where there's like a sort of panel in the back with radar and all that sort of stuff in it.
I thought BA was the driver.
I'm sure I've seen one with. I mean, you're going back years now. I don't think I've seen an episode for a long time now. But I'm sure there was one of them sitting in the back. But I'm sure there's like a console or something in the back.
Yeah, definitely. Wayne confirming, yes, it was the 24-hour build which almost killed me. Volvo.
I don't think I could do a 24-hour build.
I think I'd end up falling asleep. Then I'd wake up the next day with sprues just stuck.
I'll
be there just building away. Next minute, gone.
Do you know what? That did interest me. Though I'm wondering if you can build a full kit in 24 hours. I don't think you can. I think there's a challenge there. All of us, but I don't know. I don't think you can. I don't think like trouble, because how many times we've come across builds when we've been building stuff and we've had to troubleshoot.
So what you're saying is we should have some builders should get together and stream a 24-hour build on a model of their choice, so people can build differently to see if it gets done in 24 hours. A full kit.
I'm just talking. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. But I'm just wondering, because there's a few builds I guarantee will take longer than 24 hours. If you had the full build of the Enterprise build, I almost guarantee you that it would take 24 hours just to do the paneling, like just to build, not even attach them, just to do the little windows and the lifeboats on every panel. I think would take up a lot of time. So it was just interesting. I'm just wondering if you can build a full build in 24 hours. I don't think you can, but
I think it depends on the build.
Yeah, but like I said, when we build these by packs, there are some times where something's not fitted right, or there's been troubleshooting where we've had to sort of go, well, how does that? And you know what I mean? It will take a little bit longer than. I know you've got all the parts, but I'm wondering if it's possible. I'm pretty sure it is, but. Yeah, I'm just wondering, because I reckon in the 24 hours you'd be close, very, very close. But I don't know if you could actually finish a build in that time, especially when you got little bits. Like I said, the Enterprise build would probably be one that you wouldn't be able to do in 24 hours because of just doing the little windows and the lifeboats on the saucer section.
Yeah.
Remember, and then I can't remember how many times where I've touched it slightly and all the windows have jumped out, and it's took me 20 minutes to sort of get it all straight, and it's like 40 minutes later I'm only just putting it on the frame. So,
I think it depends on the model, and it depends on the builder.
Yeah.
And I think that
there's a lot of factors, but yeah,
there is a lot of factors there. But an idea of a 24-hour live stream with people building different models, full kits, and see if they can do it in 24 hours. Not a bad idea.
Don't shoot the messenger.
No. Oh dear.
I keep coming up with these ideas. Stop it! It's bad.
We were on about last week about the Nissan Skyline coming in. Now the Nissan Skyline has come in. We were on about the flying. Yeah, we need to stop.
I shouldn't be. No, naughty. Yeah. I shouldn't be doing this. I keep coming up with ideas. Stop it.
John Bill's iconic military model says Debbie wants the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang too. Wow. So I think Ian's going to have a lot of demand for this. Yeah. You got to also say the name of that quite slow, because if you say it too fast, I don't think YouTube would appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because I'm really trying to say that Chitty Chitty quite slowly, so I don't say it wrong.
Definitely a tongue twister. Don't say it like it's like red lorry, yellow lorry. It's sort of a bit like that. It's sort of, you say it more and more.
The people who came up with that name was really having a laugh on kids, because if you can't say things properly at 5 years old watching that film, then people are gonna really stop and think twice, aren't they? I mean, you've got the kiddie catcher in that. Right, so Burgess says I stopped watching after Tokyo Drift. So
Tokyo Drift was the worst one. I've seen them all. I would say that's the worst one out of them all. But yeah,
I stopped watching after what do you call it? Died.
Paul Walker died.
Paul Walker. I did. I always thought they should have gone out on that one. They could have ended it really nicely there and not done any more, and that would have been the end of it. And I haven't watched any more since then. Yeah,
they've got one. Well, they are doing one more film, I think, because the last one they did, Fast X, that's a 2-parter, and I think they've got the next part to come out. So, and then that's it. That is it. It's all done.
I just couldn't watch them anymore without Paul Walker being there, and I stopped watching after that one, and that was it. That was my end of my Fast and Furious journey. So yeah.
I still think the second film, Too Fast, Too Furious, is the best one they've done, and that doesn't even have Dom in it. It doesn't even have Van Diesel in that one, and I think it's the best film out of them all. But that's just me.
Horlick says, nope, only watched one Star Wars film and no Fast and Furious.
Explain. That's how I just find it fascinating that some people can sort of just not watch them. I know there's sort of interests and stuff, but with how much pop culture and stuff like that it's about, I think it's a bit like Marvel now. I think it's really, really hard to avoid. Not just that, you've got games, you've got series, TV shows, you've got just merchandise everywhere, and I think it's a little bit hard to sort of stay clear, if you know what I mean.
It is. Ed Hughes says that makes 2 people that haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of the Fast and Furious
either.
Yeah,
people are missing out. They're I would say that they're not really serious, right? The Fast and they're a brilliant popcorn movie. What I would call a bit silly but enjoyable. A proper Saturday night movie.
Yeah. Ken Fairclough says RoboCop is on ITV4 at 10 tonight. He's actually corrected himself and said 10:30. So yeah,
love that. But worth a watch. RoboCop is the best out of the 3 that they did.
Dave says I'll have to buy the box set of Fast and Furious films.
Yeah, it's not expensive, and it's like I said, there are some better ones than others. But yeah.
The RoboCop's really good, but the one that gets me is when it's in the first one where the guy gets covered in acid and starts melting.
Yeah,
and then he just gets run over.
That's an iconic scene. That is.
Well, watching as a child, that wasn't iconic. That was like what?
Traumatic. You got to think that. We were out on Saturday night and I was talking with friends and we were saying how different films are now, because you had Alien and RoboCop that were both 18s, but as a kid, we all watched them. You know, It and stuff like that. We were like 10, 9, 8. We were watching these films that were 18. And then what would happen is they would market it for kids. So they did a load of Alien stuff for kids. They even done RoboCop sets as well. Terminator film, like stuff, all like targeted at kids. But these films were like 18. So there's no way we could really watch them. I think in the 80s, they were a lot more laid back. You know what I mean?
I think we kind of cope with more things in the 80s than there is now.
There was I think it was just a more of a sort of relaxed attitude, I would say.
Yeah,
than it is now.
As far as your imagination could go, I think in the 80s.
Like I said, in the 80s, I think it's just more of a relaxed attitude. I mean, when we were kids, we used to leave bikes outside, go for bike ride, and just leave them outside the front, and no one would take them. And you know, Mum used to leave the front door wide open in the summer. No one used to come in, and it was just a bit more relaxed atmosphere. Where now, it's a bit more different. But yeah, it's just really weird now. Like back then, no one butted an eyelid, but now if they did it,
yeah, definitely.
You know, yeah.
Jack says, "I will cancel Netflix for the Skyline." LOL. Well, go for it. You want it? Go for it, Jack. Go for it. A model citizen says Harshett might be doing the T2 camper.
Yes, I saw a test build came up, which I think those people knew about. Is that the blue camper van with the canopy?
Yeah, I believe so, because I'm think the T2 was used in the first Back to the Future film.
It was, yeah. So I did see that. So it went on a test run. I think it was this week or something. I didn't post about it because I think most people knew it was going to come out. But I did see a test for it, and I think loads of people are going to mod that for the DeLorean.
Yeah.
Because it's the one that the Iranians have in Iranians. They have that in the first film, didn't they? Where he's on top with the launcher and that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
John's Model Making said, watch Too Fast and Furious and was not impressed, but they are not bad films. Yeah, I think...
Yeah. Like I said, they're decent popcorn movies. You don't take them too seriously. You go, you lose yourself in an hour or two in it, and you come out, and that's it. It's not, you don't have to overthink stuff and stuff. It's not like the Da Vinci Code and stuff like that. It's not like those sort of films. So that's why I say it's like a perfect popcorn movie.
Yeah. Steve131 says 40 minutes late to the party. Well, fine, Steve. You're here. It's
Yeah.
Definitely. Right. So Ian says, nah, it's the resin kit I'll do after Chitty. Gonna offer the A-Team van. Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh, nice, yes.
I know a lot of people have asked for it.
Burgess says, I only just got down to 2 subs from 4. I got a feeling I'm going to be back at 4 again. R34 and a free pack from Agora. Wow. Definitely.
Yep. It's never ending.
Ian says, Rocky Bike took me 3 days full kit.
Yeah. Like I said, I just think that's just me saying. I don't know if you can actually do one in 24 hours. I think you'd be close on some of them, but on others, I think it would just take longer.
Yeah. We've got Building with the Boys in. Saying evening, Scott.
Hi, Scott.
And Wayne says, I think the Mustang you could. That's probably the only one. So that's, and again, another build in 24 hours.
Yeah, the GT500. That's I think Wayne's doing the 1/6 scale one. We done the one from D'Agostini when it first came out. I think you could do that one. That's a pretty straightforward one. I think you also could do the Fast and Furious of the Dodge Charger because there isn't a lot. It isn't overcomplicated, but I think Wayne could be right. I don't know. I doubt you could do the Knight Rider in 24 hours. and the Enterprise definitely not. But yeah, it's interesting.
Sparrowfru says, I think the Iron Man you could do in 24 hours.
Oh yeah. I would. Yeah, and RoboCop. I reckon both of those could be done.
Yeah.
Fairly quickly, because there's not a lot. I don't want to say it, but there is a lot of parts, if you know what I mean. Because it comes down to how many parts as well, doesn't it? So. Yeah.
Ian says, Enterprise. If you had the full kit, you could defo have a burning in 24 hours.
Yeah. Well, we've got to see what happens, I suppose. But yeah, it just fascinates me. I'm like, I don't know if you could do a build in 24 hours. It's interesting because when you look at it and you sort of do stuff, you kind of do think that there's no way you could do it, but maybe there's a challenge there. I don't know, but
Todd says the Eleanor is pretty simple build, could be done in 24 hours. So quite a few people. Even Horlicks says, I think the Leopard tank could be done in 24 hours.
What, even with those treads?
Yeah, well,
flipping all those little treads on. I
don't know. I mean, I think if you prepared it and you got all like a production line going, then probably you could.
I think when I've seen them do a full build, it's where the packs aren't labelled properly, and you're finding bits in other bits. So, like you're saying, if you get it pre-prepared, then maybe. But like I said, it's always troubleshooting because I've had builds where you're missing screws, or where you've the parts don't fit quite right, or the screw holes aren't screwed in properly, or you have problems with the electrics. It's those sort of things that I think could snag you, if you know what I mean. Could sort of just, hang on, you know what I mean? Could slow you down.
Yeah. Scott says, I think this is with the Fast and Furious film, says, I stopped watching after the first one. It was just a point break with cars. I think the story gets different, doesn't it?
Yeah, the first one definitely is. I would definitely agree with that. The second one is he's undercover sort of thing, trying to get the sort of drug dealer stuff. It's a little bit more interesting. And then after that you had the Tokyo Drift, which was about gangs. And then after that, it was the ones that we all know now. So Brian, Dom and all them lot. And they always seem to be bringing down some sort of drug dealer or someone. And that's what it turned into. It sort of left what it was supposed to be, because the first two films were Brian was an undercover cop and he was trying to bust a driving ring, and that's what it was. And I think it's lost its way at the end, but they're still enjoyable. I still enjoy them.
Yeah. I think this one from Wayne is about the Eleanor. So he does say about, forgot about that one.
Yeah.
And he also agrees the Leopard tank definitely could be done in 24 hours.
I'm not saying, like I say, don't kill the messenger. I'm just ideas. Thinking out aloud, as they call it.
Burgess says R2D2 and Infinity Gauntlet, maybe?
Oh, I don't know. I think R2D2 would actually be quite a good one to try and do, because of all the electrics, and then sort of doing. I think that could be a close one.
It'd take longer to charge the batteries.
You'd have to charge the batteries while you're doing it.
Oh dear. John Milchmull says the rigging, painting and weathering took me longer to build than all the packs of the Bismarck. So yeah, the little bits of detail to go into. So yeah. Scott Duggan says, I've only seen one Fast and Furious as well. Horlick says, just not interested me really. I was brought up watching Keeping Up Appearances and 2.4 Children. Yeah, well, I watched all them as well. Miss Bucket, or Bouquet, she would say. Yeah, I watched all of them. I grew up around the same time, so we all watched all them, Del Boy and everything else. But yeah. Steve131 said, got to admit, not seen any Fast and Furious films either.
There's loads of people in this group. What they need to watch.
Yeah.
if not just for the film, for the cars, because the Too Fast, Too Furious, I think, has the most cars in it, the most sort of done up cars in that film. There's a scene where they have to lose the police and they go into a garage and it opens up and just hundreds of cars come pouring out, all sort of done up as well, all done up nice as well. So
Burgess said, me getting the R34 just means more money to Ian and the Royal Mail.
Yeah. Don't give Royal Mail more money.
You'll get into trouble.
Oh, well past that.
Oh, wait a minute. He's just Burgess just said Royal Mail squasher. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Right. Spider Sprue says what that was. Hang on. What that was an 18 film mark, but saying that I seen the Terminator at 12. Yeah. We used to get away with it back then, didn't we?
Yeah, like I said, it was just more of a carefree attitude back then. Yeah. And we were exposed to it more. Maybe that's why we've got sort of more mental health problems. I don't know. Maybe that's why we're more scared of stuff. I don't know. Maybe we were traumatized by it all, well, I wouldn't say traumatized, desensitized. I would say desensitized to it.
Yeah. Scott says they made Freddy Krueger toys and he was a child. Yeah.
Murderer. Yeah.
The 80s was weird. Yeah. That's
true. Yeah.
I think they're on about they're chatting about the kit being 110 stages.
Kit. Yeah, it was 110 stages. Yeah, the Knight Rider. Yeah, 110.
Yeah. Ian Campbell says, Jason, yes, the 80s made me. Yeah, I think I don't know. I think
we're a little bit more exposed. We're a little bit more bit resilient, and like I said, there was a carefree attitude back then. So a lot of stuff where we're just like, oh, he's fine. You know, arachnophobia. He's all right. He won't have phobia. He won't have a phobia of spiders after watching Arachnophobia. It's fine. Let him watch it.
Well, I've got a phobia of Doctor Who.
Really?
It scared the life out of me as a kid. But yeah, I can watch other weird things and they're not bother me. But Doctor Who scared the life out and gave me nightmares as a kid. I can't watch it now.
I think it was the thing that really scared me after watching. I think was Alien, the first one, where they're all sitting eating a dinner and the alien pops out the chest. I think that was the only thing where I was like, and being young as well, it's like, you've just ruined me, Mum and Dad. You just.
I'm there to say, do you want your grandma to knit you one for Christmas?
Yeah. Would you like one for Christmas? I'm like shaking in the corner like this.
Oh dear. A model citizen says Salvet took it for a full run. Right. John says Fast and Furious 30 will be a TIE fighter chasing the Falcon.
No, Fast and Furious 30 will be them in their Zimmer frames and little scooters.
Yeah. Ken Fairclough says you could do the RoboCop build in 24 hours.
Yeah, I think the RoboCop and Iron Man could be done in 24 hours, definitely.
Yeah. Todd says the old Eagle Moss DB5 only had 261 parts, so that could be done. The Mercedes 300 SL only has 415 parts. The R35 Nissan GTR was 444. Todd, how do you know these things?
Yeah, I know. I remember years ago when we were building the Millennium Falcon, and we had a Facebook group set up for it, and it was back in the infancy of it all. And someone actually counted how many screws were used, and I was like, "Wow!" I was like, "It's amazing that you can do this sort of thing."
Yeah,
and you catalog it like that. I think it's fantastic how they do it. But yeah. And it used so many screws and it used so many bits of metal, and I was like, wow, wow.
Now, he did say that the Eleanor is 544 parts.
I don't think saying that, I don't think it comes down to the parts. Like I'm saying, there's complications in certain builds. Yeah. So I don't know if it necessarily comes down to how many parts.
Yeah.
You know?
Wayne says, the way things are looking, you could do the Tumbler quicker than watching the movie trilogy.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that because it has been pretty awful. But we're getting some chunk. We're going to start. We have to start getting bigger parts on that build. We have to.
Yeah. John says, my victory could be finished in 24 years. Yeah.
That's a long live stream.
That's a bit like me and the Trumpet to Titanic. That's going to take quite a few years to finish. 24-year live stream. Goodness me. Could you imagine by the end of it, just your beard to be down there to the floor? And... oh, dear. Dee says, I hope the Tomcat does get released. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know their sort of like they're thinking about what ones they bring out and stuff like that. So I don't know their mechanism. So, but yeah, it could do.
Scott Duggan says Iron Man would easily be done within 12 hours.
I would say the Iron Man's probably one of those, and the RoboCop. They're pretty straightforward. They're pretty. There's not many parts, but not only that, the parts go together quite easily. Yeah.
Jeffrey Haggard says, sorry, late to the party. What did I miss? Oh,
everything.
We've been round the block 5-6 times, dragged backwards.
Yeah. Just use the catch-up feature. Just watch from the start again, John. Jeffrey.
Ian Campbell says, traumatized watching Bambi.
No, Watership Down.
I'm going to say Watership Down was way worse than Bambi.
I think Watership Down was way worse. Animal Farm as well, I think, was up there.
Goodness.
You remember watching it and going, what the hell is going on here?
Definitely.
I thought we were watching a nice film about rabbits. It's now turned into a snuff film. I don't know what's going on here.
Right. Oh, watch this. It's for children. Yeah, your mum puts Child's Play on for you.
Yeah, it's got child in the. It's got child in the title. It must be okay for her.
Yeah, that's not 18. That's suitable for kids.
Yeah. Why is he chucking all his sister's dolls out?
Yeah. Oh dear. Ian Campbell says, I used to hide behind the cushion with Hammer House of Horror. LOL. Oh dear. John says John Carpenter's the thing that scared me back in yeah.
Yeah, that was I would say that's pretty out there. That was especially the mutant scene where the dog and the people have all mutated together and I sort of sometimes I watch these films and I think, how have they come up with things like that? What is going on up here? Like what would you even think of doing something like that?
But, oh come on, it's still going on now. I mean, Barbie the movie, really?
Well,
yeah. Scott says, I remember watching The Fly, followed by Hellraiser after sleepover. It was a 9th birthday party. like we all laugh about it now. Back then it was sort of normal, but nowadays, something like that, you'd have social services on the door. Yeah. D. Harris says, what about Salem's Lot? Anyone watch that? I've never heard of that one.
No, I've never.
Yeah.
You know what? It could be one that we've watched that we just don't remember the name.
Yeah. Dave Mack says, Salem's Lot was a classic film. I'm going to have to look that one up. Because Scott says, Salem's Lot scared the crap out of me. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Ian Campbell says he's never heard of it. And Todd says, in comparison, the Enterprise D is up to 2,390 parts through stage 114.
Yeah.
Windows.
It's those windows. It's the windows, how they've gone about the windows.
Yeah. We're getting there with this chat.
Cool.
The Boy says it was a vampire miniseries in the early 80s. Ah.
Oh, right, okay.
Right, I didn't know that one. Burgess says 24-year live stream, almost as long as the Truman Show. Oh dear. Ken Fairclough says the Tomcat was released in Germany years ago.
All right.
So I didn't see that one. And Burgess says, I'd love the F4 Phantom. Yeah.
Yeah.
John's model making is saying night all. Night, John.
Night, John.
Ian Campbell says, this has turned into a General Wayne Thursday live stream. I know. Well, I'm actually nearly to the bottom of the chat as well, which is good.
Which is good.
Spider Sprue says, night, peeps. Night, John.
Night, John.
And Ian says, a great stream. Night, all.
Yeah.
David
Night,
Bassett
Ian.
says, the Chinese meal scene in the original Alien film went and ordered Alien and chips from the fish shop after watching it at the cinema in Gerrard, Crossbank. Yeah. Ed Hughes says, yeah, time to call it a night. Good stream, guys. Thank you, Ed.
Cheers, Ed.
Salem's Lot remake is being released in 2024. And then everybody's more or less saying good night to each other. So, and then Scott says night all. So yeah, we've done an hour and 10. Well, an hour and 12.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's been a good stream tonight.
Yeah, it has definitely. So yeah, Nissan Skyline coming out. So look out for that one.
Yep. Keep an eye on the Facebook group. All the information obviously will be posted in there. So keep an eye on that.
Now, I don't know about next weekend with a live stream. I'll have to let you know, okay, because we're planning to move next Sunday. So we'll let you know. Yeah,
that's fine. That's fine.
If not,
maybe we can reschedule it and stuff like that. That's fine. So
just keep an eye out, everybody, for the next one. Because obviously next weekend we are moving. And we don't get the internet switched on till the Tuesday, which is quite quick, actually, compared to Sky.
Yeah. If you... maybe we can do it on another day. I'm available, so yeah.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. It's been a great laugh, and definitely ideas there. And yeah, it's been all right. It's been a really good live stream. I've really enjoyed it. And there'll be no videos from me this week because obviously we're moving, so everything's getting packed up. Kev, have you got all coming up?
Yeah, all the normal live streams this week. So Optimus Prime. All of them except RoboCops, because I got to the last RoboCop and I haven't received any more. So it's been 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I should have received a new pack, but I haven't. I know there's been a bit of delay on that. So that's the only thing. Everything else is normal. So.
Okay. Right. So I think that's it. So
yeah,
we'll do the usual things. So I've been Mark.
And I've been Kev.
And we'll catch you all on the next one. Next week or the week after. So, bye all.
Keep an eye. See you later, guys.